This is a good one. Someone I'm close to had a bad reaction after they took the vaccine, and I'm afraid to take it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we certainly have seen people have had bad reactions to the vaccines. And when we were doing the big drive-throughs, we actually had an ambulance on site, and it would be like every other day we'd have to transport someone. A lot of times it was ultimately turned out not to be something that was related to the vaccine, but there are some people that do have a reaction. These reactions are exceedingly rare. And so for the most part, people are not going to have a problem with it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean it's I mean I have had a lot of these conversations, and when you think about the totality, you start to wonder, wow, is everybody having a friend, or do they all have the same friend who had the bad reaction, right? Or was it a friend who posted their bad reaction on social media, and they're like, oh, but I got this friend, you see, he's my friend on the internet, and he had a bad reaction. And the truth is, like Dr. Kaiser said, if we made all of our decisions based off of what we heard from friends, then we would never do anything. I mean, I have friends that have shared some gruesome tales about crossing the street. Be like, well, I guess I just have to stay on this side now. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. What we know is that the government, the CDC follows all reactions. Okay, get reported. And whether it was related or not, it gets reported. Now that has gotten published and blown up in various circles, as sort of pointing to, oh, look at all these complications. But if you stub your toe after you get a vaccine, it can get reported, right? And it's reported by the user. So depends on who's reporting. What I'm saying is that the data are not convincing that there's any problems with these vaccines. And even if we were to take all of them at face value, we have had hundreds of millions of these things deployed throughout the country, and the number of reactions and complications are profoundly rare.
Yeah, just let me say a couple things. So when we talk about, I'm not sure exactly what the person means by bad reaction. What we talk about with bad reactions or vaccine reactions is if someone gets the shot and has an allergic reaction, immediately requires medical care. That's very, very, very rare. It is not uncommon for people to have muscle aches and sometimes feel a little feverish and just not feel well, although that can be highly, highly different in two different people. For example, in my own self, I got the Pfizer vaccine, my first shot. I had a sore arm. And then my second shot, my arm just felt like it was on fire, and I was feverish, and I was I felt a little dizzy, and my boss was talking to me in a meeting, and he said, I want something done by the end of the day. And I realized I had no idea what he just said, other than he wanted it done by the end of the day. And, so I had to go home and take some Tylenol, and I felt better. My wife, on the other hand, got the same vaccines the same day I did. She thought nothing. And I think that's kind of the range of what people can feel. But also, to put it in perspective for you, recently I got the Shingrix vaccine, which Dr. Berman gave me, and it was 10 times worse than any COVID vaccine. Let me tell you that right now. And but it depends on the vaccine and the individual reaction to it. And so don't let the fact that someone had a bad reaction scare you off. At worst, you'll feel bad for a day or two, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Reactions are common after vaccines, and the most common reaction is going to be your arm is going to be sore. And with the COVID vaccines, that's been reported nearly 80% of the time. And then it's going to go away after a few days. And then after that, maybe arm sore, maybe a little bit of redness. Other signs or symptoms could be fever, could be body aches. There could be those lymph nodes that could be swollen. So that's why with women who get the messenger RNA vaccines, it's recommended to hold off on getting the mammograms about 4 to 6 weeks after, just because radiographically it's hard to tell, is that your body mounting an immune response, or is that something that needs follow up with another imaging. But yeah, nothing, some people can get hit by lightning. Some people, I mean, there's just so many very rare things. But, in the United States, there's been nearly 600 million doses that have been administered. And the fact that these are so rare, just really complements the safety aspect of them. And I know this has been on the news about having the milestone of over 1 million people dying from COVID. I mean, this is really something that that's why we're all on this call. We really want to keep making sure we prevent as many vaccine preventable illness and deaths as we can, because this is a vaccine preventable disease.